On this edition of Western Door Paranormal, the WDP team returns to the Wallace Estate, site of an investigation that they did last week. The Wallace Estate is an E.B. Green building. A lot of history. 3 prominent families lived here, the last being the Coppola family. Will the team actually find more paranormal activity here, just like they did last time? Will the restless spirits and the echoes of the past be willing to make themselves present? We'll find out tonight. Is it rolling? Okay, we just finished our main base sweep, and what we got through the whole place, it's pretty clean for EMF. So we get any spikes from this point on, we know it could be something up. Another thing that we kind of got through here was a lot of feelings like we're going through cobwebs. It was definitely weird. Some places, of course, there's cobwebs, but this place is pretty dust-free. It's pretty clean. So I really can't explain a lot of the straight feelings of that. Now, as I'm standing here now, and Chelsea actually also spoke of the same thing, I'm kind of getting a heavy feeling where it's like really tough to breathe. I can't explain it, like it's a heavy feeling right in this area. I mean, she came up here wondering where her inhaler was. And I got up here and it's like, you know, I can feel the same thing. So that's actually kind of weird. Great, stop trying to get back here.
It's okay, I don't have any camera to attach it to. You just are running out of everything at this point. Oh, I should have brought my gorilla pod.
Yeah, but what were you gonna put on that gorilla pod?
His camcorder. And we could have like hung it off here.
Yeah, I do it next time.
I feel like there's something.
What was that? Was that you moving?
I went.
Okay.
And
Well, what was after that? But it sounded like footsteps, but if it's kind of closer more when he moved.
I definitely feel like there's something here. It just.
What was that? Whoa, I just caught something.
what?
I caught a little light just like go zing right past you guys, right in your guys' center.
You might be catching some reflection off your tripod.
No, I don't think so.
I ain't dead none. I got something because I shook it, but.
Let me try something here.
I just feel like they don't either.
We learned a very important lesson during the initial filming of this episode. The lesson that we learned is equipment and having backups and spares. When we just started the investigation going up the carriage house, I lost one of my lighting rigs and we didn't have an adequate backup. And this shows during the course of the episode, because you'll notice things are a little darker than normal, kind of back when we first started. So the moral of this story is always have backup lighting. We really didn't have it and we reduced to what we had. I really believe we did a good job with what we did have, and we caught a lot of evidence, but it could have just as easily went the other way. There was nothing worse than hearing that little light fixture go bouncing from my pocket all the way down to the bottom of the stairs in the carriage house. And it was a critical piece of lighting. So when you go out into the field like that and you're attempting to record evidence, always have backups. It's something that we're always... This is the same scenario. We were doing a technique that we call knocking. That's when you rap on a surface and attempt to get the spirit to either finish the music pattern that you're making or just respond with an equal amount of knocks. Fred did this, and when he did it, and a light anomaly shot up. Again, is it paranormal? I don't know. We're not really that sure. It could have been just some dust getting stirred up as he was moving and as he was knocking. It might have been causing noise vibrations. So we kept it because it kind of coincided with the knock, but I'm not going to go ahead and say that that particular orb was paranormal or if it was just a simple dust orb. As always, we'll let you be the judge of this one.
Well, before the other room, Dan said he heard a response. I'm gonna knock again. If you're here, please knock back.
Oh John is the caboose. Cookies on dolls. I just got a whiff of something like perfume. Like it was just like I was here with nothing, and I walked past this doorway and there was just perfume all of a sudden.
Is it sweet like a fruit smell?
No, it was like.
Does Chelsea usually wear perfume?
She was told not to. I don't think she did.
I mean, I haven't smelled anything all day, so.
That's a good question. This is the end. Well, this is the master bedroom.
No, it's not.
Well,
This used to be Mary Beth Drozda's room.
oh, well, there we go.
Tom Drozda's wife, actually.
Oh, that's right. She grew up here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Flash.
It was just like all of a sudden I was just walking by. All of a sudden the air changed.
And we've been downstairs a long time. If she was wearing anything like that, it really shouldn't have lingered that long.
Yeah, and we would have smelled it
And I
downstairs.
I didn't smell anything on her because I told her not to wear anything, and she seems to have listened.
Well, I mean, it could be anything from shampoo and.
Yeah, but again, if it would have been that overwhelming, we would have smelled it during break.
Yeah.
And I'd have been like, "What are you doing?"
Go shower. Yeah, the whole wall door concept.
Strange. We just took a nap.
From in here. Nothing.
Yeah.
Because if it was a cobweb, technically wouldn't it still be here? I mean, we've been getting hit with stuff all night.
We've been through this many times, and I really don't think it could form that quick.
Yeah.
I'm not a dust expert, but
Spiders with gumption.
Alright, what are you guys feeling? Hallway?
I think in here.
Yeah.
That's Misha.
What is that?
John shifting his weight.
So the main whole floor is like that. Just remember when walking around.
Well, because we heard knocks in there, we have had activity in there in the past. I think we should set up in here because we have gotten activity in that room. This room has had activity in the past, along with that hallway, which Zach said he heard knocking in, and I've had something whisper in my ear, "What are you doing here?" Not this time, but previously. So I think if we set up in here, we'll be able to kind of watch everything almost.
Sounds good. Do you want to listen in here?
Yeah.
Or do you
Sounds good.
Yeah, we'll set up in here,
Grab
do
the
some
floor.
EVP.
Hopefully.
Flash.
Oh, the step fence there. Okay. I was catching a reflection there. I was wondering what it was.
Yeah, this wallpaper's really weird and gives off crazy reflections.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not even wallpaper. It's paint.
No, just the stairwell.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what they used, but yeah, let's post up right here and see what happens. No, I still got it. No, let's check doors while we have this chance. They all close. Close. Open.
Now, is that the one you had closed?
I had it closed, yes.
You mean to go down to the basement?
Are we sure that the other group
No.
didn't go out this door when they went to the garage sale?
That's a good possibility. Last I knew, this door
Was
going
closed.
into that hallway was closed.
No, I thought.
We'll have to ask though.
Oh, you mean this one?
Yes, this door right here
Okay.
was closed, I believe, unless it went out that way.
They did.
They did?
They did?
go out that
Who's beaten? Was that the heat?
But that's short of a burst. I know what you're saying. It sounded like it.
Are you still over here? If you are, light up some of those lights. Or prove to us that you're still in this area in a way that cannot be mistaken for anything else.
Can you tap on the wall for us, please? If I tap, would you mind repeating that for us, please? Count three. 1, 2, 3.
You picked the loudest code on earth.
I know. It's
Damn.
Can you brush up against one of us? Touch one of us?
Carney, do the knocking thing again.
How about I try this knocking one more time? If I knock, you knock. Ready?
That's just the one underneath my feet. Anybody else hear that?
Yeah.
Was that,
Slight knock. Real soft, slight knock.
was that just somebody moving?
Not on this end of the pond.
Okay. Well, since we obviously have your attention, why don't you come over near us? See if you can light up some of those lights. All you have to do is get near it, touch it, or knock louder.
We have the K2 meter there that you can approach, but you know this to make the lights light up to prove you're here. And I have a light here also. All you gotta do is touch the top of it like this. You can touch that for. Now, at this period, the entire group was doing what we like to call quiet time. What that is we have every last one of our investigators in one spot, seated usually, and we do some random questions and answers, and we, in a lot of cases, don't ask anything at all. We just kind of sit there, and we get a feel for the surroundings, and we see if we can actually pick up any sounds that aren't normal. It gets really, really quiet at times, and they say that sometimes the loudest sound is silence, and in a case like this, that's absolutely true. Now, we were conducting this session, and at the top of the frame, a perfect orb appears. Now, there are a lot of things that can be said about this particular orb. For one thing, this clearly was not dust. Now, I went over this footage time and time and time again, as we do, to see if we can separate what's normal and what's paranormal. And we took relation to the other lights that were in use at the time, the other lighting rigs that we were attempting to use to lighten things up as much as we could so we could see in the dark, so to speak. This light appears independently, and there's no automobiles outside. We were way up in the top, furthermost floor near the nurseries. The nurseries is an area where we've also had paranormal activity in the past, voices, orbs, and light phenomena. This one appears, seems to look around, and then just straight disappears, lending me to believe that this was something a little more special. So when you notice this light, take note of where everybody is and where any light is being flashed around. You'll see that one of the investigators has a small flashlight, and we're also trying to use another lighting fixture. You watch this light in relation to them, nothing coincides with those lights, which means the light that appears at the top simply doesn't belong there. And make that go off. That would work too.
This is what I propose. We split up. Half on the first floor, half on the second floor. Just because this is the major areas that we're hearing things. We're hearing things from downstairs in that part of the building, which looks like a sunroom. We're hearing things from over there. I say we split up half and half.
Okay. I'll take Chelsea with me and Carney, and we'll sit up there, in there.
Okay.
So I got to charge this anyways. And you, Dan, Chosen, and I'm sorry, I forget what word.
John.
Who?
Oh,
John and Zach.
you got my camera, thank you.
Yeah, you three can go downstairs.
Okay.
This way I can see if I can get Chelsea to talk to some spirits tonight.
Oh, face.
Okay? Sounds good. Cool. Mm-hmm. Not what? Okay.
Okay, if that was you, can you knock on the wall again? If you're a male, can you knock twice? Are you a male?
Flash. Moldy ass mall.
Oh. I got migraine.
Flash screen.
No, migraine.
He sits warm down.
Camera's just died in. Shut off.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I went to take a shot and shut right off. Okay, nothing. I'll try again.
I feel like someone's taking my hand. I thought she was getting us to that.
Something doesn't want to be full of gas in here.
I saw it work. I saw
I
it.
don't know what you hear. And a pain in your temple.
Probably you.
See? Should. Something doesn't like this camera. Just bleed dying in. Keeps going in and out.
Yeah.
And batteries keep dying.
Well, when I gave it to you, it was in the yellow, so you may have to put some more newer batteries in there. I noticed it was like almost dead before.
No, it's not gonna move that out of here. It's gonna have a huge head.
Okay, Western Door Paranormal, EVP session, basement of Wallace Estate. Okay, is there anybody here in the basement with us? Flash.
Okay, no juice in the all. Okay. Batteries are.
Where the, I'm the lining where the shadow is, right by the heater.
Gonna move to his art area.
Let's see if we can get anything there.
How the light goes first.
Okay, what's your day? Well, see, you don't like that room, so let's see something about art area. How about your art room? Okay, we're in the art room.
Did any of us turn that on?
I don't remember turning on, but who's to say Dan did?
I didn't click it.
Oh, good.
Now this spray paint, that's gotta be done by kids, right? Those manuals?
Yeah, 'cause that's been there for a long time, the particular.
It's a you idiot.
Yeah.
How did they get in? There's always been people.
That could have been the Coppola kids even.
It's true.
That's like pretty neat spray paint there. It's like nice slot.
Someone did another one up here too. It's like a face. And all.
Yeah, that's been there too. All in all, the Wallace Estate, second edition, was a really good investigation. We had light activity, we heard voices, we heard footsteps, we caught a few interesting things on camera. The Wallace Estate, being an EB Gree building, is a wonderful place for us to go investigate, and we will jump at the chance to go there again. It's proven to be a really good place for paranormal activity. What's following up now is the EVP portion of the show. Now that's what we caught a lot of this time. So go ahead and sit back and enjoy the EVPs, because that, in my opinion, is the standout portion of this investigation. Upon reviewing all the footage, we caught some classic stuff. So go ahead, sit back, and enjoy the EVP session. And as always, thanks for watching Western Door Paranormal. And we were on the second floor trying to ascertain the actual sex of the spirit, trying to get the beginnings of the identity. We began to refer to the spirit like she was a female. At the 1:30 point, you're going to hear the spirit respond, not lady. In this clip, we're trying to encourage the spirit involved to light some lights for us. At the 2:48 point, you're going to hear in response to something Mike Carney says, a inaudible whisper. Check it out.
The tapping game's done. Now it's time to spark some lights up. You pat one of us on the shoulder.
Okay, at this point, at the 27:33 mark, you're going to hear a voice say, "Leave me alone." What's unique about this is the fact that we all heard it at that time, and it was just me, Chelsea, and Carney by ourselves in that particular hallway. Check this out.
Whoever you are, we don't have silent treatment.
Okay, that was a voice.
Please tell me that we're still
That was clearly a man's voice.
In this clip, at the 8:40 point, right before Mike Carney begins to talk, you hear a mysterious voice utter something that we can't understand. That concludes this episode, and thank you for watching Western Door Paranormal Classics.